I've got your PowerPoint open, Catrin.
Good.
So I'm ready to share the screen. This time we went to...
Yes, next. Next. I think Chris already knows my biography. This is the house in Oberluck.
Lovely.
The entrance on the left side and the light object on top of the windows, which are made with Chris.
Yeah.
Yes, it's alloy, casted alloy and ceramics combination.
Amazing.
Fixed on wood, and there's a light meant to be white light behind, but it came from the Far East, and it's colors except white. One day I will change it to the white light again. So the white light behind would be much better. Now it's
the house with the gallery is the entrance.
Yeah, on the left side is sort of a gallery, and there's a printmaking workshop. But we can see the next.
It's just
paper works. Next.
Sorry.
This is not paper. This is actually the lino cut.
Yeah.
The lino. I prefer the structure. That's why it took me a couple of years to find out how to print that this structure is visible. So next, yes, this is a collage.
This is really interesting.
This is a print where you can see the structure. So on the left, this figure with the strange ornaments. Underneath is a typical etching print, but printed as a printed. It's a lino cut and printed as an etching. And the other parts are like normal lino printing technique and embossing. So it's a very heavy paper, the heaviest paper that is possible to buy in Germany. So it's like carton, very, very heavy, and printed on a etching press.
Yeah, I love that blind embossing.
That's what I wanted to improve. That was what I wanted to make visible, because usually if you make a normal print from lino cut, it's not visible. So
that's true. It's very flat usually, isn't it?
And next, yeah.
Shall I just go through?
Yeah, maybe that's fine.
Yeah. Do you want to say something? What inspires you? Who are the figures? Who are the people?
Usually this is coming out of the working process. I'm usually beginning with playing, and it comes or it doesn't. I work as long as it comes out. So I start working, and but not with prints. Usually you have to have a plan. So I use gouache ink. You can wipe it off as long as you want to. So you can. Sometimes it takes me weeks and weeks to have a composition.
Yeah.
So I wipe it off and start again, or keep details and change the other parts. So it's more or less a process.
Yeah, I understand that.
Was that following your first visit to Wales, or the last image?
So, yes. That was in Wrexham.
Yeah.
I made it in Wrexham. I think I wrote it. Wrexham here on the left. Wrexham, Wales, 2007.
Yeah.
That's when I met Chrissy.
Yeah.
I spoiled her carpet.
I think we told you that story when she arrived.
No.
A small room in the house, and she said, "Oh, great, I need to do something," and I was like, "Okay, fine, you know, just feel at home." And then she said, "Oh dear,
I felt
Indian
like
all over the
I'm so sorry, still sorry about that.
ever since." Yeah.
I love this. I love this piece. I think
This is
there's so much rhythm in this. You know, there's a lot of
actually
movement.
a phallic symbol that is moving through the whole picture. You see this, it's actually palm leaf, but it's meant to be the promise of spring, you know.
Yeah, this is amazing. I love it.
One of
And
the
I
very
just love the textures.
This is very early. It's one of my first in this technique. So 1995 is very early. So this was when I decided this is what I want. This is the first print. So this is some sketch, more or less, paint with a pencil, painted on the print. So it goes on and on. So if I don't like it too much, I go on, go further, destroy it, make a new one, make a collage. So that's how I work.
And do you find that because it's printmaking, in a way, it gives you the freedom to do that, isn't it? If you take a print, you don't like it, you poke a hole through it, and then you can do another print. Because in a way, it's the plate, isn't it? The plate is the original, and then I know, because I've done print painting, every print is different. It's not a repeat.
Yes.
Because the way you ink up or the way you roll up, or everything just always changes. But it gives a certain freedom, because you can, as you say, you can draw into it, cut a bit off, or because you have that freedom to maybe take another print off the plate, isn't it?
So actually, that the way it started was when I went to England. I had a scholarship at the Royal College of Art, and I took a couple of lino pieces with me, as much as I could carry. So it after half a year, I ran out of it, and I decided that I make a collage right out of the lino itself. So I started cutting the lino and putting the pieces together like a puzzle game. So they are usually made like puzzle games. So I print them as if I can. So if it is possible with one go. But the single pieces are wiped with color in a different way. Sometimes like traditional, sometimes it's just pushed in a bit and softly wiped into. So this is the game while printing. So this is actually in a public collection, the last one you've seen here in Dresden. Copper plate. This was my workshop in Doberlug, but now it changed. The whole house has changed meanings because it was not high enough. So I changed to the lower floor. They're quite big. They are 1 meter by 120 or something like this. 80 by 120. They're quite big butterflies.
They look like they're on glass, huh?
Could be, yes.
Yeah, they could be.
Like the reflection and
that would be interesting to have them on glass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they would fly more, perhaps.
I was thinking it looked more like a moth, but
Yeah, maybe
a moth.
I can. That's also possible. Moth, yes. Maybe it's even better.
See, old workshop again. I love the press.
Old workshop again, yes. It's self-made press. I didn't make it. A colleague of mine, but I added some pieces like the wheel. It's not a wheel. It's like Axtstiele.
Fantastic.
There's something about that image that looks like it could have been in the 1950s. I don't know why.
I'm not working as abstract anymore. It's like come back to the nature. It's like I'm really surprised to see them so different now. It's like since I'm sculpturing, I like to really have a look closer. I'm not sure if it's one step forward, 2 steps back. I'm a Cancer.
Sideways.
Yeah.
No, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. That would be better. Instinct is this picture called.
What's the title?
That's really interesting.
Instinct.
Instinct.
I love the textures, the embossing with the sort of more etching type print. I think that's fantastic.
It's a bit like metal also. So
Yeah.
maybe the metal sympathy is not as new as I thought. If I see this, it's a bit like my sculptures as well. I'm a graphic sculptor. Always.
Yeah, these are great.
Just choose your speed. It's like I can sometimes sell something. Plants. I'm fascinated by plants and by animals and of course by human shapes also.
That's great.
Veto. Veto? Is it the same word? One is running the other direction. You see that?
Yeah.
So.
Oh yes.
It's called veto, like one voice against the group's voice.
Veto. Yeah.
Veto.
Veto. Yeah.
What is that in English? Against?
To put a veto in, to put a vote against.
Vote against.
Veto.
Yes.
Yes.
Veto. It's the same word.
Yeah.
But
it's against.
I didn't get the context initially either. Yeah, it's really good.
I have a little one of those, huh? Here.
Yeah, they are 30 by 30. They're just small ones. Made a series of 30 by 30 and 40 by 40. Size. Like I had a series. Oh, loslassen. I don't know the English word for that. Let go.
Let go.
Yeah. I think I added it.
What is the word in German?
Loslassen. 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 It's a nice word.
Yeah.
Actually, I will write it down. This is
This is an iris print, like a screen print behind, and the portrait in front.
Mhm.
Is that all on one piece of paper?
It's a collage. It's actually two prints combination. Like one is the colorful screen print and one is the black and white lino cut.
That's beautiful.
Mosquito.
But it is beautiful. It's just
Yeah.
it's so you can see the translucency in the wings and that wispiness.
Feel the flow.
But it's it's the same. I always liken this to say to weeds. I mean, a weed is a flower in the what we consider a wrong place, and a mosquito is probably also a beautiful animal. It's really fine, really delicate, beautiful wings. It's just in the wrong place and bites us, isn't it? So, so this is really beautiful. Amazing. I think you have a lot of movement and rhythm in your work. Everything moves. I mean, they move. You can almost see the vibration, the vibration in the wings. And here it's almost like bodies in water, swimming, moving.
We learned a lot about composition when I was studying. So it was like very much focused on maybe it belonged to the professor you chose, but my professor really took care of composition. He was an abstract painter, and he really was always focusing the composition. And I think I learned a lot from him. And when I was a girl, my parents they were collecting old carpets and old furniture, and we had a lot of ornaments around. So maybe that influenced me a lot. This is the Let Go edition. Yeah, this is Loslassen. So they are 9 prints combined together. Or are they 12?
The cranes. Are they cranes?
Yeah.
Kranich?
Yeah.
I'm working on an Ingeborg Bachmann poem where there are a couple of sentences about the crane. I'm using the crane as an inspiration. I can read that out another time.
They're very beautiful.
Yeah. We have sometimes cranes in the valley here.
Yeah, we have lots of them. They are quite new in the picture, so you see them everywhere. So you see the two figures falling together, like combination of falling couple.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like a devotion or something.
Just letting go.
Yeah, letting go, but both of them letting go. Just a bit like swimming, and you can turn it around and around and around. It doesn't have a top and a bottom. It's like it changes the direction of swimming. This floating feeling.
Yeah.
If you let go, sometimes it helps to go swimming.
Yeah.
Northern god. Like
it's
game.
Fiery.
Yeah.
Mirroring.
It's sort of depression, not yeah. This mirror in the water. And this is let go, like a soft let go, careful let go.
Yeah, almost letting something else go, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like I thought of my daughter, like, oh, I really don't want to let her go someday.
She'll come back.
Yes, I hope so. But it's this way of leaving somebody to know,
still being there.
to go.
To enable somebody to leave, isn't it?
Yeah.
To
That's right.
enable somebody supportively to leave. Yeah.
I love the flock in the background.
Yeah, amazing. And that's a series together, yeah.
Yes. That's they are framed. You know, there are some kind of shadow frames, they are called. I don't know if you have the same. So if you're, I have one here behind me, I can show you. It's actually called a shadow frame. And you have the frame here, and there's nothing behind. And this is the image. So it's on canvas.
So it's floating in the frame.
Yes. It has a delicate shadow. So it's maybe you can see that together. I like this combination of. So it's they are on canvas. So this heavy paper is put on canvas, and the embossing is a bit gone. It's visible still, but it's not as delicate as on the pure paper.
But it wouldn't have glass. You don't put glass over it.
No, I used to, but I don't like it.
No, I know.
Because you can't touch it. It's like you're missing a piece. But yeah, if you have a big office or something, maybe it's better to frame it with glass.
Yes,
I agree with you.
Sometimes the glass can be. The glass
Sorry?
can be a kind of barrier between.
Yeah.
It gives a different feel completely to your experience of looking at it.
And this paper is really good paper, so it's like you're framing something, or you're not framing, you're hiding the good quality of the paper.
Because it's that tactileness.
Yeah.
You lose when it's behind glass, isn't it? You want to see the beauty of the paper and the texture. And I agree, totally agree.
It's difficult, isn't it? Because if you have it in a space that gets dirty or greasy, or it's a difficult one to decide.
Maybe I would prefer a painting on canvas for such a place.
Yeah.
Because it's not as
vulnerable.
Yeah, vulnerable.
Fragile. Yeah.
So this is a lovely piece of writing. Shall I try and translate it for Chris?
Maybe it's translated. I don't know. I tried to make
there we are. The next slide.
I'm sorry for this German. I don't know how it came in. This is a collage also. I often make collages. So actually this woman portrait on the right is called Wind when it's full. So there's a half of the portrait missing. And I play with details and make new compositions. Sometimes I cut and print them. So sometimes I just leave it as a collage like this one, but sometimes I recut them again. Now some woodcuts, which I haven't done for 2 years now. Woodcut prints. They're a bit rougher. This used to be my studio. Now it's the living, sleeping, office combination room.
Yeah, upstairs.
Yeah, upstairs. You know Nick Cave, of course. Big fan of Nick Cave, who lived in London also and in Berlin. So I do the same with the wood. So if I don't like them as they are, I change them and color them and paint on them and do whatever I want. Was heißt
beautiful.
Was heißt Äste?
Say it again.
Äste? Ein Ast? 2 Äste?
Oh, branches or twigs.
Ah, yes.
Branches are thicker, twigs are smaller.
Yes, on the very light wood cut, there are branches. So these brown things I haven't painted. It's just nature.
They're wonderful as wooden objects. Even
Yes.
if you don't print them,
I do. That's what I do. I keep them as objects. I exhibit them as objects and I don't print them. Sometimes I printed one big piece of all of them or almost all of them, which is 4 meter or 5 meter by 250. But I really see no reason to print them. It doesn't make it better.
Yeah,
I've seen these pieces and they really have a presence, don't they? They're kind of like in the same way a tree has a presence. You know, they're kind of very physical, really. Because they're about how tall are they?
250.
Yeah.
250. So they were meant to be
human size.
Yeah, they were meant to be a fence. My brother bought them to make a fence, to build a fence, and when he wanted to start, they were all cut.
Luckily, he's your brother. Oh, little piglets.
Yeah.
The cat.
The cat and these objects, the colorful objects are old German street lamps, very big ones, like 150 high.
Good God.
Maybe there's a full shape in the next pictures. Cherry flower. Grosse.
Yeah, they're amazing.
Yeah, it's really possible to arrange them next to each other and then they are like a big boom. They're not meant to be next to each other, but they're playing with each other.
Yeah,
They look happy enough, huh?
I like
That shape, that lump looks incredible as well.
that what?
You know,
What
the
thing?
lamp you mentioned, you know,
The lamp,
that shape
yes,
on the
yes.
right.
Yeah,
Hmm.
the lamp I went on, so I didn't like the top of it. It like finished somewhere without shape, and I made bronze top for them, so they are looking better now.
I like the cat.
The cat was meant to be dying soon, and she was like, take a last picture of me. And she was never done that. I always asked her to sit amongst my art. And just before she died, she did this. She put herself in position.
What was her name?
Gingerly,
Oh.
you know her.
I think so.
The brother of death? No, sleep. Brother of sleep. Schlaf ist Bruder. That series.
Yeah. I like the way, again, how they're stacked. You know, how they look together.
This is the detail of breastfeeding.
I know somebody who would love that image.
This is a print. So you've seen the tango cut, and this is a print, but it's like also different Druckstöcke, different woods arranged together and painted on it like a big process. This was a woodcut installation, but it was destroyed during one night. So it was just one day standing there.
Oh.
In
Destroyed by people or
yeah. In a castle's park. There were lots of objects, and they destroyed it completely. It was just like completely nothing left.
Destroyed
So
it.
really, some people. It was like just the metal structure was still there. Yeah.
They took it. They stole it.
Yeah, they took it and they destroyed it and put it into the river and floated it, and I don't know. It was just completely gone. And after that, they said, "Oh yes, that happens every year." They didn't mention it. So when I bought my house, I wanted to learn how to paint on ceramics. So I started to learn it in different companies. The one was in Freital next to Dresden. We had lots of really, really old shapes. They were like Dresden China, but like always in the shadow of Dresden China. They were not as important, not as famous, but they had really also these old Chinese or old German or old international shapes. So I used to work with them 2 years, and I could choose the shapes. Some of them are like this Baroque mocha Zavi on the left.
Yeah.
With the whole mix, it's just. And then I wanted to paint on toilets and sinks. And I called myself Rosemarie Beckmann because I was a bit ashamed of all this shit business.
So what were you painting with?
Glazer. And it was really complicated because if you're making a toilet or a sink, it has to be resistant against all chemical things. So you have to paint with under glazer. So this is
Painting on the bisque on the clay.
yeah, on the clay, and it's really complicated because what I did in the beginning, I touched it and it broke into 1,000 pieces. Like you can't really carry it around, and so it's complicated.
So the clay wasn't fired yet. So it wasn't.
Yes.
It wasn't
Yes.
bisque fired or something.
Yes.
First. Right.
Hier, Designerin Rosemarie Beckmann.
The men are interesting in the picture.
It's a fair, but it's an energy fair. So it's like we are pepping the energy company. This is my bathroom in Doberluk.
Ah, with a painted sink.
Yes, the painted sink, and the wall tiles are with top. That's how to say. It's a top glazer. Is it possible to say that? Like it's the glazer is on top.
On glaze. On glaze.
Yeah, on glaze. So this is much easier because you know how the colors change, and you can carry it around, and it's much easier. Detail, just the detail. So that's how I start making little compositions like cork figures on bottles. A bigger one, it's I think it's like 2 footballs, that size. 2 hats. Black clay.
Oh, black clay.
Yes, black clay, and I recently discovered that I can put a layer of silver printing ink on it. So I did that, and it gets much more like a haptical surface. Here, you can see it. This
So do you fire it again lightly, or do you just rub it into the clay?
They are fired, and then I rub it into the clay, into the burnt.
The fired surface.
Yes.
Yeah, it looks great.
The cat.
The cat. Oh.
Yeah. They came to the Emirates. We had a big exhibition there with this jewelry for the Arab Sheikh. In Bahrain.
Yeah, did they buy it?
No, they didn't. They were very interested. Maybe it's because it is not gold. This is sterling silver, and maybe they would have been more interested if it was a bigger material, I think. So
there might also be a problem if there were, Islamic, because you're not supposed to depict figures or portraits in Islamic art. It's nature or
ornaments.
Ornaments. So it could have been a little bit delicate, in terms of representation for them to buy that.
Yeah.
Possibly.
I stopped doing this jewelry art because it was a friend of mine, but we couldn't agree how to get them to divide them, because we stopped working with this porcelain company. And so it was really complicated to say, this is my piece, this is your piece. So it was like, oh, your work is just can't be more worthy than the material. So I really had a problem with that. So it was just lost part.
Yeah.
Which was a pity, because it's but it's the same problem. No, it's the same complicated to make a little piece like a big composition. It's the same. I was like losing so much time on these little pieces. It's in a way I'm happy. I'm much happier with sculpting now, because they're bigger, and it's almost the same process of finding a composition. Like if you have a little thing like this.
Exactly.
This is my son. Oh, he's a little boy. This is the seat bench. I think I have more pictures of that. Like a woodcut with a wooden penis, where there's a pump on the right side, and you could push the pump, and then water comes out of the penis. Like a game.
Where does the water come from?
Damenbank.
Yeah.
Dresden. Die Überschrift.
Yes, I could have gone on cutting penises. It was like stolen, and it was the top side of all newspapers again. So it was like a big
But the bench was stolen, or just the penis?
No, just the penis was stolen. This was the front page of the paper, and next time it was front page again, because the penis was stolen.
Because the penis was gone. Do you know what I think is ridiculous in that photo? Do you know that they pixelated the penis in the picture?
Yeah.
Did you see that? Oh.
Yes. They were not sure if it's possible to show something like this. So the police, die Polizei hat sie beschlagnahmt, die Samenbank. Also noch vor Ausstellungseröffnung war die Samenbank sowieso schon beschlagnahmt von der Polizei.
Noch mit Penis? Oder?
Ja, noch mit Penis. Und dann wurde sie in die Kunsthofpassage gebracht, und dort wurde dann der Penis geklaut.
I think that's classic. That's fantastic.
And now I offered it as a penis museum in Reykjavik. And I asked them if they are interested, and they are not sure if they are interested. They're half interested, because they are more a scientific museum.
Oh, right. Oh, it's fantastic.
This is a weapon wardrobe. No, wardrobe? Schrank? Ein Waffenschrank?
Mhm.
Two
A
guns.
weapons cupboard.
Cupboard.
Mm.
Cupboard.
Wardrobe, yeah.
Yeah, a wardrobe is for clothes,
Ah,
and a cupboard is to store other things.
okay.
So.
Thank you for the lesson. It's just an object,
Yeah.
a light object. So there are some LEDs. That used to be an installation, like was heißt a whispering Rohr, ein Sprachrohr, ein Flüsterrohr.
Yeah, whispering pipe.
Pipe,
Or,
yes.
Yeah.
So the pipe was much bigger than this. It's just a detail. So you could be upstairs and whisper to the seat, and the figure sitting could whisper to the person upstairs.
Mm.
Big building.
The
This is a
connector.
detail. Pictures painted in my house.
Wow. In Doberlug.
In Doberlug, yeah.
Yeah.
The first time I
Amazing.
went there was for afternoon tea. When we came, Tim and I came, huh? So
Oh
and it
yeah.
was very special to go into that room. I was like, wow.
Yeah. It looks amazing. Looks
It's
amazing.
just the detail. It's the whole ceiling painted. I could have gone on painting till the end of my life. It was like I stopped now after a couple of weeks, but it's not finished in a way.
I like it is.
Yeah, I like it. Mm.
This is plastic object I found. I just added the nose, and the nose is bones, some fish bones.
Mm.
Just playing games. Another picture of the ceiling.
Mm. Amazing.
Painting. It's always a bit like prints. So
Yeah.
this composition question.
Mm.
This is quite big. It's, I think, 2 meters. The next is what I did with Chrissy. It's Chrissy's idea to have these to have a mirror game of, sometimes you can look through the
Gap between the wood.
gap, you know. Sometimes you see the behind and sometimes it's a mirror.
Mm.
Yeah, we spent the summer doing that residency together.
Yes. I think more time it took to
Paint it white.
paint it white.
It was all creosoted. So the first time we did it, it just all came through brown again, huh? So we had to keep.
Yes, it was dark brown.
But it lasted, huh?
Yeah, it was really complicated to paint it because it was such a rough surface.
Mm.
And we had a residency with the rubbish people.
Do you remember how we invited for the chocolate?
The recycling center, and by chance, what the other connection we made was with the glaziers, the mirror company, and they had these triangles that there was waste. So everything we did there was from waste.
Mm.
It was really good. And the cinema seats were from an old cinema, and I think it was a really good project that we did.
I like that. Yes. Yes. I always like projects with rubbish companies, waste companies. That's how they want to have the difference. Not rubbish.
Teaching.
I'm teaching.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah, teaching. Oh.
Yes, that's true. Now I'm not
Mm.
teaching, but they are making objects of paper. That was a disabled school,
Yeah.
a school for disabled, who did this detailed sculptures. It was like really impressive.
These are lovely.
Paper. So it's a pity that the film is not in. The blacks used to be films. So now
Oh,
the
I see. Okay.
sculpture is coming. So on behind there is a woodcut, and what is really interesting, what is interesting for me, is the photo shows it as if it's coming out, but it's a cut. So
I see.
the the wood color is cut out. It's not coming out. It's like going inside.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Again, this lampshade.
Yeah, I love that.
You can arrange it funny. It's really funny. You can arrange them so differently. It's a big game for them to change their heads to somewhere. It's like added in the head always. The throat is what you add in your head always. So wherever you put the head, it's like a throat going through the wall. Unmut. But I
They
now
have a lot of unmood, I think.
I
Very.
painted the skirt black, and now it's not unmut anymore. It's like a vamp. You know what a vamp is? A vamp, and a woman who knows her effect on men
Yeah.
or everybody else.
Yeah.
So with this black dress, it changed completely the meaning. Well, she's like a natural woman, but with a black dress, she's like very well aware of herself.
Yeah, seductive.
Pain and the walker. You see the tops here, the tops of the lampshades. It's a pity that it's not the whole picture, because it's if it's the whole shape, it's also very delicate. It's just a detail.
I tell you what, I'm really sorry. I need to run upstairs. It starts raining. I've got the windows open.
Oh,
The roof windows. 1 sec.
Is that in Doberlook? Have I seen these pieces? No.
this is in Doberlook. No, you haven't. The prints are quite new. Maybe you have seen the lampshades. Maybe not all of them.
No, I don't know if I have. Where would they have been?
I always hide them. They are big, so I put them on the top of my house, under the roof.
Yeah.
What's really nice about them is that they are very light. So they are glass fiber.
Glass fiber, yeah.
Glass fiber, and you can carry them around easily. It's like if you have an exhibition, like big space.
Yeah.
It's so easily arranged. That's really nice.
Yeah, I think when I was working with the mirror perspex, it was the same kind of feeling that I could, work with it because of the weight of the material, so different to glass or ceramic or metal. Yeah.
So tomorrow I'm collecting coal, like raw brown coal from a company to make an installation in Saarthein. You know, this artist of this area, Elbe Elster exhibition every 2 years.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I want to make an installation with raw brown coal
Where is it happening this time?
in Saarthein. I think you know the place. Saarthein?
Where is
Where
it?
Ararat Heidejan is living, the Armenian artist.
Hmm.
It's a cow, cattle, no, a cow, it used to be a cow where cows are standing, eating food.
Ah,
And
well, that's good that it's happening, huh? With the pandemic.
yes, it was like it will not happen, it will not happen, it will not happen. But the big boss of Elbe Elster, he's a little bit like opposition. He's making it possible.
Yeah, things are starting to open up here now.
Yeah. So
Mm.
this is spüren statt schauen. So she says this something like a Wünschelrute. You know what it is, Beate?
A water nymph.
Wünschelrute.
Dowsing.
Where you can find
Dowsing.
water.
Dowsing sticks.
Oh,
So she has,
dowsing.
You know where you can find water?
Yes, yeah, dowsing. So
Dowsing.
dowsing stick.
yeah, dousing, dowsing, I think.
Mm.
Yeah, you can make it from coat hangers people use.
From what?
From the coat hanger, from metal, for hanging your clothes.
Ah,
Metal.
Yeah.
Somebody made me some with this.
uh-huh. So the
Yeah,
meaning is
lovely.
about this figure is just that she has a special way of feeling. It's like not looking. She's like wandering and having special senses, like cats have these long hair. So she has this long stick and very long arms. Inspired by nature, it was a stick, a broomstick. No, not a broomstick, a stick from a tree.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, well, amazing, Catrin. I love it.
That's a really nice run through.
Yeah, I love your work.
Oh, thank you so much. It makes me happy.